mean, Florida got 2 points, meaning their pick from Montreal isn't going to be as good of a chance now to win the draft lottery. So, I mean, not terrible, right? It would be better if the Ducks got no points and the Panthers got 2. But you take what you can get. Yeah, all we can really hope for is that the Ducks get Bedard. Hello everybody and welcome to DDFR number 57 this season. Today we are going to react to the Anaheim Ducks going into Florida and losing 4-3 in overtime against the Panthers. Alright, let's hop right into it. Alright, so some things to note are Troy Terry might have come back for this game, but he was still injured, so maybe we see him again on the road trip that they're on currently. He looks like he's close, but he's not back yet. Another thing to note is that John Gibson, yet again, almost broke his record that he set a few games ago with amount of saves in a game. And honestly, I thought he was going to, and I thought the Ducks were going to win this in regulation. Alright, looking at the first period though, Mason McTavish gets the Ducks on the board first. Really nice play by him. He just kind of stayed with the puck. He took 2 shots at the net. First one just hits the goalie, and then Bobrovsky loses it. He just loses where the puck goes. It goes right back to McTavish, and he has a semi-wide open net to shoot at. Yeah, this was a good game by Soap. He had a really good game. Max Jones gets an assist on that goal. And then later, Frank Petrano, yet again, scoring on the power play. This was, I don't know if this was by design or if this was just really, really lucky, but slap shot off the end boards, bounces right out to Petrano in the lower slot, and he just hammers it behind Bobrovsky to give the Ducks a 2-0 lead going into the second period. And then in the second, Father Time decided to turn back the hands of time, and both Stahl brothers scored. Eric Stahl tips the puck on the way to the net from a Radko Gudas shot, and it just kind of squeaks past Gibson after it goes off of the Ducks defender's leg. He tips it, hits Gibson. Gibson basically redirects his puck out back towards the slot. It hits a Ducks defender's skate and just goes right by Gibson. Not much Gibson can do on that one. Made the initial save. He looked really good in this game. Yeah, the Ducks were getting outshot heavily outshot. And Mark Stahl, just nice little tap in on the back door with a great assist from Matthew Tkachuk. And the tie game going into the third period, this felt like another game where the Ducks were just going to kind of sputter out after having a good start. And then just fantastic spatial awareness by John Klingberg. Finds Dmitry Kulikov coming in from the point uncontested, and he just snipes. He just absolutely snipes on Bobrovsky. Sam Carrick's in front of Bobrovsky giving a screen. We need that all the time. This is some things that should really be ingrained into the Ducks, is that get in front of the goalie, make sure that he can't see the puck, because you're going to score a lot more often when the goalie can't see the puck. With about 5 minutes, maybe just a little bit over 5 minutes left to play, Ryan Lomberg ties the game. Shot from Forsling, tipped, and Ryan Lomberg just evens up the game. Ducks had a chance near the end of the period on the power play. Couldn't get it done. And we go to overtime. In overtime, Ducks controlled the play for probably the first minute. And then it was pretty much just the Panthers. The Panthers find Carter Verhaeghe all alone. He was alone from the blue line to the goal, and he makes no doubt on this one. Forehand, backhand, forehand, right up and over John Gibson. Gibson fought hard for this extra point, even though the Ducks probably don't need it, considering they're trying to tank. But don't tell that to Bettman, because Bettman says there's no such thing as tanking in the NHL. But yeah, so Ducks lose 4-3 in overtime in a game where John Gibson held them in it for a long, long time. So as you can see here, Ducks were right about 20% on the deserve to win a meter. Florida is definitely a better team than them. Their goaltending is probably right on par with the Ducks, but yeah, the Ducks got outplayed pretty much the entire game. They scored opportunistic goals, and you can really see it in the end result here. 80% of the time, the Panthers are winning this game, meaning they're probably winning in regulation most of the time, if not for John Gibson. So as you can see here, the Panthers scored about 0.74 less goals than expected, and the Ducks scored about 0.56 more goals than expected. Yeah, they had a good first period, as you can see. Right down here, the Ducks kind of just slowly, and then they about flatlined for the rest of the game. From a few minutes in the second period on, they were relatively harmless. They had a little bit of a bump at the end of the third period, and that's because of the power play. But even still, you can see that the Panthers were kind of chasing them to begin the game, and then right at the end of the second period, they took off. They took off and were dominating the third. Ducks were lucky to survive the third. Again, John Gibson is the only reason the Ducks survived the third period. And in overtime, they were definitely the more organized team. All right. Ducks lose the season series to Florida. They go 0-1-1 against the Panthers. And they now go to the Lightning. Lightning beat the Ducks in Anaheim 4-2. Expect this to be a far less close game than the Florida one. The Lightning are a way better oiled machine than the Ducks. Their goaltending is better than Florida's. Their goaltending is better than the Ducks. And this will be probably an expected blowout. It'll be nice if the Ducks can keep this game competitive. Try not to get a point, though, this time. However, it'll definitely be something to watch because Zegras playing well. Troy Terry might be back. So we'll see. Ducks play against Tampa, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The game will be on Bally Sports West for anybody in Southern California. For Tampa Bay fans, I believe the game is on Bali as well, but I believe it's like Bali, Florida or something like that. So yeah, it'll most likely be a blowout. And yeah, rest of the country, you're looking at ESPN Plus, and for Canada, you're probably looking at either TSN or Sportsnet. Not entirely sure there. Alright, that is it for this one. Thank you all so much for coming and watching. I appreciate everybody who watches the DDFRs. Hit that like button if you like what you saw. Hit that subscribe button if you really like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.